Greetings, prospective students and families interested in the criminology major at St. Michael's College. My name is Robert Brennerman. I am chair of the Sociology and Anthropology Department and currently the director of criminology here at St. Michael's College. I'm a sociologist who studies crime and have been here for about 10 years, and I have the privilege of having been able to help build the criminology major at St. Mike's, which is brand new. So I want to tell you a little bit about it and tell you a little bit about our plans and give you a sense of what it might be like to study criminology at St. Michael's College. I wish you could be here in person because I love talking to students and their parents and families about the criminology department. But until such time as that's possible, this video will hopefully be able to answer some questions for you and give you a sense of where to go with more questions if you have them. I'll tell you about that at the end. But let's get started. So criminology is a new program here at St. Michael's College, as you might know, and we just built it last summer, and I put a lot of time into thinking about how to build a criminology program and had a lot of help from wise colleagues. And criminology is a social science aimed at understanding where crime arises and why. So I often try to distinguish, to the extent that criminal justice and criminology can be distinguished, there's a lot of overlap between these two fields, but criminology is more of a social science and less of an introduction to a profession. Both of these majors, frankly, they have a lot of overlap across programs, but to the extent that they're different, criminology really prepares you a little bit more broadly and is more of a social science and fits well with our approach as a liberal arts college. Prepares you broadly for a wider set of careers, you might say. Criminologists use their research skills and knowledge from a variety of disciplinary backgrounds to help police and policymakers enhance public safety. We use the research skills learned in research methods class and tools such as social theory to help us understand where crime arises and why. And that's what this major is intended to do for students. As I said, we're a liberal arts college. That's a classic strength of ours here at St. Michael's College. So for us, it made a lot of sense to build an interdisciplinary, a multidisciplinary program in criminology at St. Michael's College. So ours in particular draws especially on psychology, sociology, and political science, as well as some other disciplines. It's very multidisciplinary, and we tried to structure a program that rests on foundational knowledge, that is, courses that are introductory to the major, courses that help you build skills and your knowledge base, and then finally, the last leg of the program involves application through an internship, through a capstone course, and through courses in restorative justice, which I'll tell you about in just a minute. Our foundations courses are 3. Everybody has to take Intro to Sociology, a course called Theories of Crime, Justice, and Race, and a political science course called Criminal Justice. Those 3 courses are the gateway courses to the major, especially Theories of Crime, Justice, and Race. It's a brand new course that will be offered this coming fall by our new criminologist, who I'll tell you about in just a minute. Then there is the courses that help you build skills and a knowledge base, and so we want everybody to take a 100-level statistics course. Usually that's elementary statistics, but you can also take a psych statistics or an econ statistics. Those will count as well. Then you need to take a course in research methods. We're using the course in research methods of sociology because it's broad and it introduces you to a wide array of gathering and analyzing evidence. And that will serve you no matter what field of or area of criminology you eventually go into. Then you have to choose a couple of electives from a list, of criminology, psychology, sociology, history, and biology offerings. Then you need a multidisciplinary elective, and then you need a 200-level course in either statistics or a foreign language. And what we're trying to aim for here is to equip you with some special tools that either help you have a leg up on the competition, either in the area of statistics, your ability to be statistically literate, to be comfortable with numeric data, interpreting it, presenting it to others, or we want you to be able to have a foreign language beyond the regular 2-course foreign language minimum that all of our Bachelor of Arts students take. So all St. Michael's College BAs have to take a foreign language. We're asking you to take a little bit more, to take your foreign language to another level, or to have extra statistics. You choose which one of those you want. But the idea is to equip you to put you in a special place to stand out when you're applying for jobs in the field of criminology. Finally, we want all of our, and a couple of examples of courses in the electives. There's a list of about 12 courses, elective courses that you can take in the 2-course elective. For example, forensic science is a course, a brand new course that's going to be offered by the biology department, team taught by a biologist, a chemist, and an anthropologist. And then another course that's offered there is my deviance, norms, and social control class. I love teaching that class. I've been teaching it for a long time. My area of research is Central American gangs, and so I tend to talk a lot about urban violence and policing and gangs. And I teach books like Victor Rios, a former gang member turned sociologist at the University of California. He has a great book called Punishing: Policing the Lives of Black and Latino Boys. It's an ethnography of gang members on the streets of Oakland, and students really love reading this book and discussing it in the class, and I love teaching the class. We also watch The Wire in that class. We watch films such as The House I Live In, a great film by a Vermont filmmaker, and we visit a corrections facility here in Vermont most years. And so that's a highlight of the course for a lot of students. Finally, in the application side of things, as you get towards your senior year, you're going to need, every student is going to take an internship, which I'll tell you about some options we have in that area, and a capstone course, as well as a course in restorative justice. Vermont is a national pioneer in the area of restorative justice. There are 20 community justice centers across the state of Vermont that put restorative justice into practice at the community level. We've placed a lot of students as interns and some of them as professionals, as graduates, as in those institutions across the state. And since Vermont is such a unique leader in this restorative justice movement, we think it's a really important added way to add value to a St. Mike's criminology major. Also, it fits with our mission as an Edmondite institution that values social justice and racial justice. We think restorative justice fits very well with that. So all of our students have to take at least one course in restorative justice. Currently, Vermont's Executive Director of Restorative Justice for the Department of Corrections teaches that course for us, and it's an amazing course that students rave about. We have placed recent interns with places like, just to give you an example of the kinds of places you might conduct an internship, we've placed interns with the Burlington Police Department, with the Burlington Community Justice Center, with Vermonters for Criminal Justice Reform and Advocacy Group. We had just last year 2 Vermont State Police interns, one of them who went on to get a job there, another one who decided to go back to New Hampshire and get a job with a local police force there. Winooski Community Justice Center, the Woodside Juvenile Rehabilitation Center, and for students interested in forensics, we have the state's top forensic executive is a St. Mike's grad and has placed St. Mike's interns there. We have good relations with Vermont institutions, and it's really one of the benefits of going to college in Vermont is that you can get internships that would be really hard to get in places in bigger states with bigger cities and more bureaucracy. Here I can pick up the phone and call someone and have a live conversation with someone about a potential intern. And so that's been a real success of our interns in the past, of our students in the past. But a lot of people wonder, well, what can I do? What might I do if I graduated with a criminology major at St. Mike's? Well, here's some things that our current alumni are doing. Recent alumni are working as local police officers here in Burlington, South Burlington, Middlebury, New Hampshire. We also have state troopers. We've been placing recently about one per year, one St. Mike's grad per year with the Vermont State Police, and I have them visit my class and talk to students about hiring. We also have recent majors doing intelligence analysis with the Vermont Air Guard. We have one of my recent grads is a substance abuse counselor for the Massachusetts Department of Corrections. We have investigators in the Corrections Department, New York City Corrections Department, coordinators of Vermont Community Justice Centers, as I mentioned before. And these are all recent grads, and many of them didn't major in criminology. So even before we had a criminology major per se, we were preparing students and linking them to community internships and giving them the courses that helped them get the kinds of jobs in criminology that they were looking for. Now with a fully fledged criminology major, I'm confident that we will be even more successful in that area. Further back, we have many St. Mike's grads working in places like the FBI, the DEA, probations officers, public defenders, the state's attorney for Vermont, the deputy state's attorney. We have people working all over the state, and that's one more reason why it's easy to place volunteer interns and find jobs for St. Mike's grads. In particular. We have about 4 faculty who regularly teach in the program. To keep it short, I'll just tell you about myself and our incoming director. So I'm currently directing the program. I helped build it. And as I said, I have conducted research on gangs in Central America. Now I'm writing a new book about the private security industry in Central America. That's my area of expertise. I teach a deviance norms and social control class, social problems class, introduction to sociology. I've taken students to Guatemala before, and I love to go back whenever I can. We just hired a new professor of criminology. Her name is Krista Billingsley, and she studies criminalization of youth in Florida and in Nepal. She's coming to us from the University of South Florida, where she's finishing a postdoc. She's a very accomplished professor, young professor. We're very excited about her. She won a Fulbright to write her dissertation in Nepal, and she is really engaged in community, and so she's excited about taking over this program. I'll go back to directing this, chairing the sociology and anthropology department, and Krista will take over the criminology program. She'll teach courses like theories of crime, justice and race, victimology, and restorative models of juvenile justice because of her background in the criminalization of youth. That's a quick and dirty overview of our criminology program. I hope that you have found it helpful. I love talking with students about this. You can go to our website for more information, or you can write to me. There's my address, my email address, rbrennerman@smcvt.edu. My phone number and other information about me is on the website. And as I said, I hope that I get the chance to talk to you in the future about our program. I'm excited about it. It's new, but it has a lot of energy, and it's embedded in a really strong liberal arts education. So come to St. Mike's to learn more about it, and I hope to see you before long. Thanks for listening.